Hey guys, hi. Sorry, let me just move this on the side. So, and let's see, do we have any viewers in the chat? Can you guys, is anyone there? I think it's just me for now. Okay, I'm going to it shows 263 viewers, and funny thing is there's no one in chat. How is that possible? Okay, I'm gonna wait for next 10 minutes to see if people come in and start the stream then. Yeah, okay. Hi guys, and hi and welcome to Twitch. This is my fourth stream. I can see that there are 3 people watching as per what I have it on my side monitor, but funny thing is I don't see anyone here in chat. Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? If you guys can, maybe say yes or no in the stream, right? And let me just pull chat over here so I can see this. Users in chat, stream chat. Fine. Oh, Frederick, is that you, Ricardo? Hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. Okay, so we have got 3 viewers, and Ricardo, I don't know if you have seen my previous streams, but we are creating this nail polish in 3dsMax, and today I'm doing a bit of a special thing in the sense it's still fundamentals for the stream. So what I've gone ahead for today and done is I have taken thing into my work computer, which is actually my office computer, but hey, and in that I made a folder called stream temp, and I want to show the power of basically how creating a project directory structure helped that we did in the start. So let's say if tomorrow for whatever reason your paths change, and this is what I wanted to show. So let me quickly go into work, Max. I'll copy this thing, this path, and if I start up Max, we'll instantly see the benefits of this as soon as I open the file. Also, let me quickly close one thing. Who else is in chat? Quite interested. There's me and there's Ricardo. So let's just let Max start. Now the good thing about today's stream is, one, I've got access to Nuke 4 because this is the work system. It has got RTX as well, so unlike last time, things should run really fast in comparison. So it's gonna help. And the reason I'm also not streaming from my personal machine is there's something called folding at home. So that's what my main workstation is doing over there. So over here, so it's some sort of a Bitcoin kind of a thing, but for scientific research. So they use somehow network rendering, network simulation power worldwide through all the systems that come in. So yeah, I just saw this on Hugo's thing and I was like, hey, you know what, I've got spare systems, I can put them to work. And they are doing research to fight corona right now, but also they have cancer and other things. Let's see, Alzheimer's, cancers, Huntington's and Parkinson's. Those are their primary ones, but right now they are doing research on corona as well. So my CPU and GPU is being used there. Okay, so move this keyboard away and start with this. So first things first, if I do set project now and paste in that path that I copied to my project folder, right? And like I'd shown, I think in the first stream while creating the project, you want to copy path till this thing. The inside folders are automatically taken care of, right? So Control A, Control V, press OK, and if I press Control O for open, see my all scene files came in. It knows where to read things from, and we are doing lighting, so I'll open that file and adopt units file scale. So because I was working previously in inches and this project was made in centimeters, so this is something really important when you go to a new system or a new Max somewhere. The unit of the file does not match system unit scale, so I want to in this case adopt files unit scale, right? And or you can say rescale the file objects to the system unit scale, so it will rescale it, so my centimeters will be converted to inches or meters or whatever my thing is. But I'm fine with adopt file unit scale, so press OK. And now it's complaining about all this missing textures, right? Because I was on another system. Couple of ways to do this. One, I can click browse and add, and because my textures were in this place, scene assets, images, here are all the textures and HDR, so I can copy that path, paste that here and say add subpaths. But there is one downside to it. This is external file paths, right? So what happens is they are not like UNC paths, so things could break and your startup time for Max can increase if you keep on adding paths here, because this path will be saved like a Max preference, and whenever Max boots up, it will go and scan all the paths to see first if the textures are there. So what I would suggest is press continue, don't worry about that, and go to reference asset tracking, right? The shortcut is Shift T. So if you hit that, open this up, and it says file missing, right? And all of my things are in images minus the HDR thing. But what I can do is, so if I say set path, right, and if I remove everything in front, right, and just have scene assets images and hit OK, set path, delete, okay, yeah. So scene assets images, so if I set things up like this, it's good to go. So in this case, because this has a HDR, I'll have to set paths separately for that, but rest of them I can do it in one go. So scene assets images, okay, it says found, set path, and if I remove this, scene assets images HDR, found, voila. So this now works, right? And now if I take the scene file to anywhere in the world, any system, as far as my main folder structure is there, which is this, as far as this thing is there, these folders, and this is the file which keeps the count of things. So let me quickly show that as well. So this max file has folder paths and everything configured into that. So if it would read, so see, directories, animation archives, materials, etc, etc, etc. It's exactly same here. So animations, scene assets, animations, archives. So this is the file that it auto creates for you, and it's kind of cool. So now to the interesting bits. Okay, so first of all, we've got V-Ray Next update 1.1. I could go with the latest update, but there is a project going on at work which requires us to use this particular update, and plus I don't have admin for this system, so I would have had to call up someone. And anyways, still we've got V-Ray Next, which is much better, and V-Ray GPU Next. One thing to understand, I'll show you both, but one thing to understand is GPU and CPU are separate renderers. They are a little bit different, both of them. So if you light something in GPU, the lighting won't match 100% in CPU. If you just change your renderer type from CPU to GPU, even if your materials and light settings are exactly same. Things change a little bit, and vice versa. If you have set things up in CPU and then you shift to GPU, then this is going to be a problem. So let's quickly, for fun, go to GPU, and what I can do is start IPR. I will switch back to CPU because there are two CPUs in this system, but only one GPU. And when you do GPU rendering, the only downside is viewport does become a bit sluggish. So if this starts becoming too slow, I'll switch back to CPU. So but look at the power of this, it's so fast. And I'm gonna lock my camera to that, to this view, so the V-Ray thing doesn't change. So going back to the light, actually Ricardo, were you there in previous streams? I can't remember, I'm sorry, but if you want I can show you a bit from starting if you're interested, I guess you are the only one in chat today. Okay, I got to wait. Oh, hi Jian. How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. We just started, man. So basically, I've moved things from my system, and is he there? I think he's come online. Yeah, Jian FX88. Oh, he's showing in users, Jian, but he's not there in chat. Oh, hi Jian, how are you? So I'll just quickly show you what you missed, man. So one, I've moved my work to another system because I'm using doing that folding at home thing on my other system. So all the CPUs and GPUs on that system are heavy, and plus I wanted to showcase the power of doing project folder structure which comes with MaxMy and other softwares. So actually, yeah, let me just quickly open this again very quickly. It won't take time, so don't save. Yes, actually I saved the file before that. So anyways, I'll open the previous file so it will show the same mistake. So if you open a file in new system, one, it will ask you about unit scales, so if it's different, and let me do that as well. So let's say you have to move your things to a new system, right? And let's say this was in kilometers, I don't know, right? This was my previous project, and if I open this scene, for example, first it will ask me, warn me about the unit scales. And in this case, you can do two things. Either you can rescale your object to the the unit scale that the system was predefined in. So in my case, it was like you saw, I just put it to kilometers. So it will rescale the object coming in from another file according to kilometers from its native scale format, or you adopt the files unit scale for your system, right? So I want to adopt files unit scale, so my scale will be in system. Second thing it's asking about is it cannot find this paths because this was on my different system. So you can add browse and add here whatever the system path is, which I need to quickly open. No, not Ashtam. Where did it go? Stream tab. So I got my project down here, and if I go to work and max and copy this path, right, I can paste this in and say add subpaths. But what it will do is it will go into each and every folder and start adding these paths, right? And that's not a good thing, because over here it will increase a lot of paths, and these paths are searched for when the 3dsMax starts up. So imagine you start doing this for a lot of projects, and you'll have so many paths which are not system paths, but when Max loads, it will still scan for things like scripts, textures, what have you. It just slows things down. So instead of this, and second thing, if you are doing network rendering as well, because my path was originally this, right, it will leave this path in the system, but because it found these particular files in one of the paths, it will render on this system. But if I put this file on a network render, and if other systems can't find this path, that's it, it's gonna break, your textures are gonna be missing, HDRs will be missing, etc, etc. You get the idea, right? So I'll cancel out of here and I'll just say continue. I don't care that they are missing because we have been organized. So on the reference asset tracking or shift T, right? So if I hit shift T, it says file missing over here, and these are the paths. So if I select all of these, right, and say set path, and all I need to do is remove everything in front. So down here, scene assets and images, Max is my project directory, right? So minus that, I've removed everything, and I say okay. That's really interesting. So I think this was for lighting. So scene assets, images. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. There was a HDR here. Nope. So sorry. I need to remove this HDR bit. And now, if I say okay, see it says found. So now if I create a zip file of my this max folder, right, this guy over here, add to archive, and then I copy paste anywhere on my systems or network or anywhere, this thing will just work as far as I set up things here. And this max mxp file, that is like a script file which has all the folder names and paths associated with that, right? So that's what I had shown. Second thing being, today we are on V-Ray Next. This is my work computer. It's not the latest version because there is an ongoing project where I need to be on update 1.1. So what I've done is I have set up this. Just before you came, we set up this parts and everything, and I was just talking about that. Now, because this machine has RTX 2080 Ti, I think, yeah, 2080 Ti, and it's a really powerful in terms of CPU as well. I'll show both if you want, but V-Ray GPU, it's like damn fast, right? And I can prove that to you if I just start IPR and come here and maybe make this big. So I'm rendering 957x957, right? Look how quickly it will clear things up. I know things are dark, but if I just do this, look at that, it's already cleaned it, done. And here it's not enough light, it's gonna take time in anything, but see, even this is almost clean. So one more thing to remember is if you are doing CPU or GPU rendering, they are both different renderers. So if you think that I'm gonna yeah, it's super fast, man. And plus this system is it has 2080 Ti, which is RTX, and I don't remember which V-Ray update they started supporting RTX. But at one point I was having the latest version before this project, and it was even faster. So it was using RTX cores and everything. But yeah, this system is like damn powerful. It's really fast. But yeah, back to the thing. So if you are rendering in, if you think that I'm going to do super fast renders with V-Ray, with GPU rendering in terms of V-Ray, and then switch over to CPU, you'll have a different render, although you haven't changed materials or lighting or anything. It's just how it calculates light and shaders and everything, and the texture limitations and all that. It's not 1:1 render. Yeah, so that is something to keep in mind. Having said that, we have a very simple scene file, so the difference should not be so harsh, right? Now, so I'll keep this on GPU. One more thing to note is, depending on your hardware setup, you want to select GPU or CPU. So this has two CPUs. Damn, I understand that. Damn. So Jian has a question or a statement. Damn, I understand the difference maybe in quality. CPU can be superior, but if you know your stuff and you're skilled with render engine, then just go full GPU. Oh yeah, I mean, there are movies already made with GPU. A lot of people are employing GPU rendering, but you have to select one, like either select CPU or select GPU. So let's say if you are working on next Marvel movie with all the explosions and things happening, with you've got huge size scene scales like worlds and worlds or something like Star Wars, where everything is CG. You probably may want to go with CPU. Reason being, with GPU will be limited to the amount of GPU VRAM you have. So quadros will be a bit slower than G4 series, because they are made to be more durable for a very long time. working for hours and hours. So if you are building a GPU render farm, maybe that's more preferred way. But RTX, I mean GeForce side of things are geared more towards gamers. So these cards are overclocked, and this is something I read up on Redshift's page, right? So Redshift said that these consumer graphic cards will be much more faster to render, right? But then the downside comes, there is a limited VRAM, so you've got like 6 or 12 gigs or something like that. And with the other one, Meeta, please. Arey, my stream is going on, yeah. So, sorry, I just needed some water. So, where was I? Yeah. With Quadros, you get like 32 gigs or 24 gigs or some crazy number like that. But still, it might be way too small when you imagine you have got really large scale scenes where there's effects happening, example explosions and all that stuff, or maybe you've got millions and millions of trees, right, and other things. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind. So yeah, I mean small team solo artist GPU is like the real deal. So if you're making pack shots, things like that, you can just fly through that, right? For bigger teams, I think maybe 100% GPU might not be feasible yet, and it might be a mix of things. So I wanted to quickly show where we were last week, and I want to lock this view right now. So this is what we are making, right? And thank you. Sorry guys, just one sec. I'm feeling really dehydrated today. I don't know why. Sorry guys, just one sec. So Commander Root. Hi Commander Root. How are you? Welcome to the stream. That's an interesting name. So I think Ricardo left, but or maybe he dropped, I don't know. So anyways, going to the lighting part of things, if I and if it oh yeah, sorry, it's not selected, that's why. So if I bring my softbox here, now last week I was having problems with this moving, right? And it might be true still. Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe it bakes down the texture before rendering, so it's not updating here in real time. So this is exactly where I think we should switch to CPU renderer. And okay, let's see, V-Ray next, and V-Ray switch all to expert. It takes a second when you do that, but you get just more settings. It's easier that way. Fit to resolution. Okay, let's have that. Yeah, why not? So this is updating. Funny. It wasn't updating on my thing as well, and it's not updating here either. Maybe I should just get rid of that particular texture and create a new one, because I remember using this feature precisely in my current project, V-Ray softbox. But then again, I was not looking at light directly, I was looking at the intensities, so who knows. Let's see. V-Ray VFV, start the render. Okay, turn vignette on, and if I hit refresh, nope. Oh, sorry, I forgot to bring this guy over here and say instance. Base color red. Okay, so this thing is working, right? So bring that back. Radial vignette. And increase the black. This is so strange. I don't know why this thing is not showing up in viewport, because the color clearly did. Let's see. Tint color green and turn it on. Yeah, this stuff is working. I'll turn on hotspot, make that too, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just quickly debugging sort of a thing, so just to make sure that things are working. So, and I'll make this pure white and turn this off. Multiplier. Oh yeah, blue and blue background, obviously. I'm not gonna be able to see. Hit refresh. So this thing is not working. Hotspot. That's so strange. This is really strange. I don't know why this is not working. It's supposed to work, but it's not. And this is where we were stuck last week as well. And I didn't go ahead and try to figure it out in last week, because obviously I didn't for the live streams. I'm doing it completely live, so you guys can see that, you know, I also everyone gets stuck with some things, and you just have to find a solution for that, right? So what I'm gonna do is probably just delete this slide. I don't need this slide, and create a new one, ground up. So V-Relight and bring this guy up, and just to be on safe side, I'm gonna make it exactly square to start with. So length 5 by 5. Let's see, right? And using my snaps, press E. I turned on snap here, by the way, and if you right click, you can see angles. I like 45-degree snaps, so I can just quickly do that, and it's the correct way around. 90 is a bit too fast, but the idea is I like to mostly rotate things at 90 degrees, and then I turn that off and do minor tweaks. So VFV, start the renderer. Okay. And by the way, we are using V-Ray CPU right now, and if I go to is it here? Oh yeah. So right now we are definitely using CPU. Material editor over here. I'll just say reset material editor slots. Click here. V-Ray softbox. Okay. It's using that. I'll bring that material texture over here. Use it as an instance. Press OK. Let's see. Base color. Yep, it's working. Cancel. Vignette on, vignette on. See, there, problem solved. It's working now. So see, I told you, man, I was using it. I think maybe so because it was from previous version of V-Ray, it maybe that's why it wasn't working, right? But now it's working, so yay. So yeah, the best thing, like I said, to quickly to debug something in life, make extreme changes to your lights. Don't worry about going all the way red and saying okay, you can always let's say you had some very specific color selected, something like that, maybe that, oh, I don't want to lose that color, right? Just drag it onto the side, make a copy of your thing, and just go wild with your thing, right? Even with compositing or nuke nodes or Maya nodes or whatever, this is the best way to debug. Go step by step by step, see, okay, this is working, yes, no, this is working, yes, no, and just find the problem. Trust me, instead of fidgeting around, in some cases, like I mentioned, I was fidgeting around. I quickly went through the list, and I found out that hotspot onwards, that thing wasn't showing up. See, in this case, if I do my hotspot on, and let's put it to pure green, and turn this and turn strength all the way up, and red is a very very bright color, right? So and let me turn off vignetting, and oh, I was doing it on the wrong one, sorry. So no, I was doing it on the right one. So now it's stopped updating. Interesting. Why is it updating this guy when I want to do things here? I think it's gone crazy. Okay, stop, and let's try. Yeah, now it's doing the correct one. So if I turn on my hotspot and turn my vignette off, right, and go to my tint color pure green, increase that, increase my strength here, turn it on, you see it's getting that hotspot thing. And if I say dark hotspot, then it sort of subtracts the color. So and I can increase the multiplier or decrease it, right? But it's working basically, and in the previous one it wasn't. So I'll turn this off. Okay, no questions. Oh, it seems there's just commander root there. Okay, fair enough. Not a lot of people today in the chat. So anyways, let's quickly finish the lighting up, and I need my reference up. So your ref, okay, file, load recent. Okay, and I will go to my E drive. Sorry guys, I'm just quickly loading in the PureRef file. So I have a reference to work from. I always like to have my references open. So in photo references here. Okay. Right over here. was this guy. Quickly lock into him, right? And I'm gonna, where do I keep this guy? Somewhere here, maybe a bit smaller. I just need a little bit of there. Scale this guy down so it's not obstructive. Bring it here. Let's close that. Don't require that. Material editor, yes, I do require. Now going back to my actual view, and now I will now lock down on the view. So lock that, and so while I'm lighting this view, I'll work in my perspective. And going over here, move this there, and I need I need a gradient from back to front if I see just this, right? So let's very quickly do that. And I think I should keep my render settings on the side. And
what do you want?
I don't know what this commander bot is.
It's okay.
There is a user called commander root. Is it? Oh yeah, it's an actual person. I thought it was a bot kind of a thing. Hi Commander Root. You can come to the chat and say hello. Or if you have questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I think you're the only one here today. So yeah, man. Thank you for joining us, by the way. What in the world is that? Why can't I close this? Yeah, there we go. So anyways, continuing on. 1848, 648. Okay. So temporarily I'll just unlock that and come to this, and yeah, come there and get my lights in the place. So first off, I want to change this up. So V-Ray softbox. I want to reset the settings basically. So select that, press OK, discard old map, OK, and see, this thing is okay. Now maybe, yeah, I think it was not refreshing the UI. So move this guy a little bit over here. V-vignette. Do I need top down? Let's see. Okay, yeah, and let's place this light somewhere around. I want to. Okay, it's on view. Just get it a little bit outside the edge. Pull this back, and I'll make it face the product itself, right? So let's see, maybe that side is, and top view, zoom. Basically I want to keep this as perpendicular to the product, and just bring that back, and this fall off is happening, so I can make it a little bit directional, right? And see how suddenly it became nice and soft. So that kind of helps. And I'm gonna pull this light somewhere around there, right? So it's a little bit, it casts a bit of light over there, and most of it is coming over here. So if I hit perspective, P for perspective, and let's quickly get our gradients in. So V is doing things in height, and to make things obvious again, I like to just change colors up, and then I can always make it black or something. So this side I definitely want white, and as it comes to the other end, I want it to make it fall off to black and bring that black in, right? And I can use this darker grays, press OK, to control this fall off, right? And I'm gonna delete this guy, delete selected, and yeah, let's let it be to red. Now looking at here, I can't see anything in my reflection. Yay! So let's see. Oops. My render settings locked to the render view, and now looking at the reflections, and oh yeah, one more thing, we need to make light invisible now. So there we go, right? So that black thing went away, and if I move things, local, and so around there, and bring, okay, see that red color that I had in my gradient is coming up, right? So that's why the extreme thing helps, and I can bring this white really in, right? And oh, it's a small transition. So oh yeah, that's for the height thing though. So now what I'm looking for is, because my V vignette is height, and see this red thing, and this is exactly where the black part will happen. Now in this scene the light is coming all the way through, so if I make this bigger a little bit and check that out, it's affecting the bottle as well. So we are just not looking for this, we are looking for this as well. So it kind of helps, right? So let's bring this light a little bit down, and something like that. So zoom this guy out. I need to make my light bigger, so maybe 10 by 10. Yep, that should suffice. And bring this up. Yeah, and suddenly I have the light. Not suddenly, they're supposed to be there, right? So I'm going to let's see. And now we'll start looking here, so to make sure the light is reaching all the way. I think it's obvious, we don't need to get the vignette on this height, right? So I'm just gonna turn that off. Let's not waste time there. What I want is a gradient from left to right, so I'm going to turn this red and this guy to pure green. Pure green please. Okay, and I can delete this guy and add a pure green one over here, and really start seeing where I want. And so if we see at the reference, almost through halfway it's fading to black, so I'm gonna bring in my red color almost to the halfway point, right? And somewhere a little bit back, somewhere around there. Now if I change green to white and this to your black, oops, black, and where is the red color coming from? Okay, this should be black as well. Do I have? Okay, so the UI is not, so I think the UI is a bit buggy. Yeah, see, while it's playing, this thing is not updating it the way it should, but this red color is where the red was coming from, and it wasn't showing us a second ago. So anyways, I'll delete that, bring in the white and bring back the black. Actually, let's make this guy red so we know what's what. And again, green, press this. Okay, I want red coming in, green going back, and let's bring this guy in somewhere around there. So that's our mark. Press stop, click here and here. What? Why is it changing this? Anyways, this is so strange. So Max is bugging out for sure a little bit. Oh, hey guys, I was looking at users in chat. Hi Lenny. Sorry, I didn't see the chat. I was just into it. Hey Hugo, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that happened to me yesterday. You know, I slept at around 4:30 or 5. Sorry, day before yesterday for the one-on-one stream that we have, and I totally lost track of time. I thought it was Thursday, but it was Friday, and yeah, missed the Q&As. So just very quickly, I was showing about lighting today, and I've moved things to my office workstation. So this has a RTX 2080 Ti, plus we are on V-Ray GPU next. In the beginning, I showed something like, you know, like that new directory structure which is there. I showed something similar for Max. So because I bought project from my other system to this one, I showed how to set a path. I'll quickly, if I press Shift and T, let me stop that. So Shift and T. Here, like there was a full path like this. Oh, I think Twitch is mad at me. I'm keeping having network errors again. So this is the thing which I was showing. Like usually it has a full path like that, but this Max part here, that's the project directory, right? So I removed everything in front of this. So scene assets, if you see here, it's showing this scenes, right? And this scene assets is this guy. So if you delete everything in front, and then it becomes like sort of a UNC path, you can literally copy this Max folder anywhere and it will just work. Yeah. So yeah, that is what I had shown in the start of the stream. So if you guys would like to see it, specifically if you're using Max, then go and do it. But if not, then it doesn't matter. But it's just like the project directory structures that we have. So all the subfolders are automatically loaded in, and it finds correct file linkings to textures and other things. So happy about amazing new features of 2021. Lenny, I haven't seen the full video yet. I'm supposed to do that. Having said that, I cannot put 2021 in my work system. Reason being, there are two specialized plugins that we are using. One is, if you can see here, one is called Babylon Exporter. It's for AR VR side of things, and then there is one. This Babylon, I think, was for Android based, and then there was a SimLab USDZ exporter. I think Babylon has support up till 2018 or something like that, and there's like there are two exporters, and the other one has supports 2018 onwards. So we are stuck in middle till the other exporter doesn't come up as per our requirements to the newer version. So that was a decision we took at work, to stick to 2018 till the newer version has all the exporters, all the plugins that we need to get the work done. Yeah. Compatibility issue. Yeah, man. It's a serious thing. Like for example, my current project that we are doing at work, they specifically require update one. They are using update 1.2 to be honest. But I stuck to 1.1 because I had done shaders in 1.1 for them previously, and they just upgraded to 1.2. I don't know why they didn't go to 3, but because their render farm doesn't have the latest updates, I cannot send it to latest updates. It most probably V-Ray does work. It is backward compatible. So let's say if I made this in V-Ray 3. Whatever the version is right now. 1.3 or 3.2 or something like that, V-Ray Next. If I open it in an older version with Next itself, it cannot probably be in V-Ray 3.5, the older ones. It will read the files usually, as far as I'm not using any specific new feature that was introduced in the update. For example, just as an example, let's say this V-Ray softbox was in the newer one and not in the older one, and if I was using that as a plugin node, then it's a problem. It won't work. So yeah, that's why we are sticking to 1.1 till our client comes and says, hey, we have updated our network. Because I remember before doing this, the new update, I think this update doesn't have RTX compatibility, and we have RTX cards, and with GPU it was so super fast. I mean, this is also fast. Right now I'm doing CPU, but if I change to GPU, it's still super fast. But it's just you know what I mean. You cannot and ideally should not stick to the latest versions. There are always bugs and everything, so just wait till all the plugins catch up and till things come. So yeah, back to lighting. Sorry, I got on to talking a bit. So yeah, so one of the bugs that I'm finding is whenever I change this gradient, okay, now it's not updating. Oh, sorry, I didn't have it on live mode. Yeah, so when this thing is live, and if I'm upgrading, changing things, and I go to something else and come back here, see this? It has totally moved the position. The lighting is staying there. If I hit stop, it's still on the other end of the spectrum. And if I press play again, so for some reason this, okay, I know why. I think it always requires two guys on the corners. So let's try that, shall we? I'll add let's say a blue one. And yeah, the reason for crazy colors is I like to make extreme colors, so I know the exact difference that is happening, and then I change it to normal red. Oh sorry, I'm looking at OBS recorder. So the reason I keep crazy colors is that way I know that it's working or not, and then I switch back to normal colors. It just helps me see things how they are. So that's why I'm going with extreme colors. And right now it doesn't want to update this thing, so let's see. Red, I'll make you maybe yellow. Okay, go there, come here. Okay, and refresh this guy. Nope, use here too much. Lol. Okay, start that. Why is it? Okay, it stopped updating. Okay, so this has been a bit buggy. Let's reset the whole thing and just bring this guy up here. And now if I play, yep. So I think I've broken this node. Oh, okay. Color seems to be working. What if I change you to something else? And yes, okay. So it seems that, yeah, I think I've broken this node. Kaiser, hey Kaiser, welcome to the stream. We are talking about lighting rendering today. Crazy colors are for sort of debugging and troubleshooting to understand what's happening. Yeah, I'll again reset. So let's not digress and V-Ray softbox. V-Ray softbox, yes. Oh, I've got 6 viewers. Wow, interesting. Guys, one question for everyone watching the stream. Would you want me to start a bit late or a bit earlier? Because I have this on my Facebook page, I post about this thing and I've been consistent with the time. But usually I've noticed that when I start the stream, there's usually 1 or 2 people since I've started doing that, minus the first week. And it's mostly around 7 p.m.ish for me, so halfway in the stream, that I start seeing people coming in. So if you want, do let me know about the same. Also, I think I'll finish off lighting today for sure, and next week I'll finish off the shading, and we'll see that how further we want to take this. But oh wow Kaiser, thank you man. 2:38. So 2:38 p.m. not a.m. Okay, so it's 3. So okay, maybe I should move my stream a bit later by 1 hour. Does that work with you guys? Like, does it work better? Because that is something I've noticed. Let me know. Whatever works. I can adjust the time a little bit, and even for the like, if you want much earlier or much later, just let me know by X amount of time and we'll see. Yeah, so I'm going to take a very quick break. We've been streaming for, what's the time, 1 hour now, so just gonna stretch my legs and come. Yeah, and mute the sound. So Yeah, sure thing, you go. That sounds good. We are back. Are we back? Yeah. So, sure thing. I'll probably start posting on the groups on Facebook. One more question. Gonna bring some food and watch your stream. Yeah, man. Be comfortable. Have fun. We all are quarantined, so yeah, whatever works. So, one more question. After this one, if you guys want, I can switch gears up. Like after this product is done, probably go into Maya and do some character thing. And I have image. Let me open PureRef on my other system. So actually, let me just get this PureRef file over to this guy. So I'm making a character for work, like a demo. But because of time limitations, they are not gonna be. We don't have time to create this, and I had started on it. So maybe, and like I said, it's just demo, and it's a total different thing that I was imagining. They are making a AR thing where a character walks, but now they are just having a bouncing ball with expressions. But I have been thinking about this guy, so let me get my PureRef file over to this system and I can show it to you. Maybe if you guys want, I can do that up next. So that can be like modeling a whole character and then rigging it, the easy way, which is Mixamo, and the hard way, which is like the traditional rigging, right? Let me know if you guys would like to see that. This particular character is a bit cartoonish. I've never done cartoony characters and I'm struggling with it. But hey, you learn new things, right? So if I go to this and in my PureRef file, and wow, this file is big. What's the size? Oh, 132 MB. Not that big. Add to archive. RAR. Compression method best. Okay. And let me open Telegram and I'll put it on my saved. And just one sec, guys. Just putting this on my other system. See, the thing is, this work system, it's on my network, but I cannot. My work system and my home system, they don't talk with each other because it's configured in a way due to the work network. So I have to send files through other mediums. And okay, while that's uploading, let's quickly set the lights up here. Let's not waste time waiting for it. So I'll come back to that talk soon. So I resetted my V-Ray softbox because I think the other one was broken. I'll turn on my U Vignet, bring this in. Oh, sorry, keep this guy. Shit. Control Z, Control Z. Yeah, I broke this one too. Sorry, this thing is a bit buggy, so I should not have V-Ray softbox. Select that, press OK, and bring this guy over here. Instance. Turn on this vignette, and I'll double click on this guy and make it pure red, and I'll double click this guy and make it pure green, right? And now double click in sender and make another pure red one, so I can see how my light is affecting. And pure green again, press OK, and now I can start seeing roughly till okay. So I've got that nice gradient happening and it's going into green. So the red is the white side, so I'll put this to white and then get this guy, put it to pure white, get this guy, make it to black. Maybe I don't want pure black, and I also don't like pure whites ever. So I'll put like a value of 0.1 f2.02 or something, just ever so slightly gray. And this guy, I'll just select eyedropper and get this guy. So now looking at my reference, obviously I need a better gradient, so I can start pulling this guy back a little, and if I double click here, it will get me the gray which is there already, and I can bring this guy closer a bit, so I get that really slim line. And there is a little bit of black in the back, but again this is a little bit slightly different camera angle than us. And okay, my mood board has been copied over, so let me get this guy. Yeah, so yeah, I was planning this Mickey Mouse, and that's my desk. If you guys didn't see Hugo's thing, that was funny, like from Victor to Hugo to mine. Like really big room, medium sized room, and then my little corner. Okay, it's downloaded, and I need to show in folder, and I'll close that. On this, go to beauty product in references, bring this guy over here, and shift delete this because we don't want to leave things in this system, and extract here. So this is what I was talking about, guys. Press OK and make this bigger. So my brief was to create a orange kind of a thing, according to some juice drink or something, and a character comes, and what they are going is with something like this, like just a round ball, no hands and everything, and sort of like this kind of 2D GIF animated expressions on top. What I was thinking was something like these guys, which it has hands and legs, and that sent me of thinking that, hey, maybe I can do something like Mickey Mouse or Cuphead, you know. Are people still there? Let's see. Yep. So then I started finding these images, and I'm making a character. This guy is supposed to be like 5 inches tall roughly. So one problem that I'm facing is because of this kind of body shape, when I took things to Marvelous Designer, it was not simulating, so I had to like scale it up by 100 times, and then it was roughly working out. So would you guys, like after this one, let me know in the chat, like if you'd like to see me rigging a character, and because this character is not being used, I can stream about it for sure. So something like this, basketball playing guy, and like this caricature kind of thing, but the head will be made out of orange, right? So this is my mood board for it. There's I got Jordan, I think they are called, the shoes, Air Max Jordans or something like that. So it will have this kind of big basketball shoes and everything. So is that something you guys would like to see? And let me close this guy and go to chat. Hello? Is anyone there? Okay. Why not? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can do it in Maya, because then I think a lot of guys have Maya. So yeah, I think once this product is over, let's switch gears to something like this, and it's gonna be a nice challenge for me as well, because like I mentioned, I have never, I mean, yeah, I've never made actually cartoony character. I think I'd made one really back in the day for a friend, and I even don't have those files, but yeah, this is the mood board that I have created in PureRef for me. So you know, and this guy is so really well made. So something cute and nice and basketball. This was a funny TV commercial that I found from Behance. These were interesting expressions. Now I don't know if I'll go into making facial details. I might stick to a style, and I really like this mouth over here, like when it's open, like little bit really sharp line, and then you see inside of the orange. That would be a cool thing to do, but I may do that or not, or maybe I might go with like this kind of GIF on a big like this kind of a thing, which is painted over on top on 3D. So yeah, something like these guys. Maybe even this is too much. Don't have the exact reference here, but anyways, going back to lighting, if you can learn about doing it at the same time, it's a good thing. Oh yeah, so more than learning, it is like finding the proportions. I'm curious about the shading part. Yeah, for this, Lenny, or is it for the character you mean, right? I mean, I'll be look deving it, so both of these, you know. So let me get this mood board thing down and get back to our lighting. Now we need this the cartoon character. Yeah. So yeah, it should be interesting. We can approach 2D, we can approach 3D or hand painted textures. Let's see. So I think, yeah, let's make the character thing after this stream, and like once this one is over, like I'm aiming to finish it off by next week. So because we still have texturing and shading to do, and overall lighting. So this is a bit on the colder side, so for the white one I'm gonna get this blue light in. Now this is something I do a lot. You never want to have lights this saturated unless you are going for a stylized look. For natural lighting conditions, somewhere around 25% or less, I usually stay in that zone. If you start doing this means the light is really hot. I mean, somewhere around there should be fine. And you see how nice highlight has been catched on top, and we are looking down up on our camera a little bit, I think. Yeah, so maybe let's change the camera a bit as well. So bring this guy here, press OK, and select camera. Of course, it doesn't mean the current project is pouring. I mean, this one is really basics. I wanted people to understand the modeling concepts and basic lighting and shading. The other one will be a little bit more involved, because I'll have to make character in Maya or something. Then maybe depending on the style we go with, jump into ZBrush, then jump back to Maya and go to Marvelous for maybe clothing. For rigging, I'll have to stick. So rigging I'll do in two ways. One, I'll show a very quick fix as soon as it's ready, so you can upload it to Mixamo with a free Adobe ID as well, I think. I'm not too sure. I have Adobe license, so I get it. Funny thing is, my work also has Adobe license, but from my work ID I cannot access Mixamo. Doesn't give me. It's some corporate enterprise license, and funny thing is you don't have access to that. How stupid. But anyways, I mean, I really find it funny. Like, we are paying a premium rate at the place I work due to enterprise licenses, and we get lesser features. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know. Okay, why did it move like that? Let's see. Minimize this, and this guy up a little bit, maybe there, looking down, go up. Want to see a bit more of the top. Bring this guy up, a bit closer, down. View, press E, and zoom. And turn this to local. And really look down on it. Okay, maybe not that much. Somewhere around there. Now, notice how sharp this this highlight is, and how rounded this guy is. So, oh yeah, my bottle is sharp, so I get a very sharp reflections happening there. So, but I'll keep to this, and it will give us an opportunity to light the top. And unlike the bottle, this visual reference, this is like rounded on top. I've got a very flat bottle, which is over here. So if I make this big, see how sharp this is. I don't have a very rounded edge. So our lighting is going to be ever so slightly different than what we see, or I can fake it. No, let's not fake it. Let's stay true to the product, but going back to my reference, like get this kind of a lighting. So and I think we have gone a bit too top as well. So press E, rotate this guy around there, bring this up around there, and go back, bring this, and yeah, okay, and get my material editor back, not this guy, over here. Okay, let's see. Now this is going into this gray needs to be darker, so bring it around here and bring this guy back, bring this guy back, and this is too much blue, so I'm gonna further reduce the saturation, and I need, press OK, and I need a pure, almost pure white, so 0.9 to pump up the back end, and probably bring this guy. Let me just select this so it's easier and quicker to see. So yeah, that's half decent, and like I have mentioned again and again, I do extreme colors and then I tone things down. Second thing that I want to do with my light is see this harsh line that is happening. I need to get rid of that. So to do that, if I go to my light and under options, if I increase the directionality of it, okay, maybe I can pull back the light in its local. So go see, my world is this way. See this front over here, really small one, and my light is angled. So if I do view, it stays with the world XYZ. If I do local, it takes rotational axis. So let's see, I'll get this region and pull this back, and it's screwing up my gradient. So pull this up a little bit back. Okay, okay, I need to put the light there outside the view, and that means tweaking my texture again. So I need to bring this guy. Okay, so delete selected, delete selected, delete selected, make this red. Okay, and make this guy green. Okay, bring this in. Bring the red guy in. Maybe I need to go really on this side, and this also I need to make green temporarily. Okay, so I'm not getting a lot of red, so I'll probably move light this way. Yeah, so now I'm getting things which is in this extreme corner. So now if I get my red color and make it black again, and this color green goes to white, and the back one goes to white, 0.9. Always remember, no pure blacks, so this is at 0.02. Actually I should put 0.01, and okay, it's a bit too bright, so 0.05. Yeah, 0.05, and this guy at 0.05 as well, so 0.05, enter. Okay, and this white one I'm going to give ever so slightly blue tinge to it, and let's see, move this back. I'll add one more in between over here, remove the saturation, press OK, and bring it close to this, so I get that really sharp highlight kind of a thing, and then select this, and I need really bright light over there. Now this is so close, I'm sort of struggling with okay, you know what, I'm going to make this pure white. I need that oomph over there. I see in some renders that the video is so grainy, especially the highlights. Is that due to the quality? Yes. Guys, basically there are a few ways to render things. Mostly modern renderers is for GI, what they use is brute force, right? So if or progressive rendering, like you are seeing here, see this area is grainy. If I do that, and the more time I give it, and you'll see image pass 115, it's done with 115, it's removed the grain, and that threshold is controlled from this place. So Mommy, this is the pizza over here, and see this noise threshold value, the default that V-Ray comes is 0.01. So I'm already really low. I can put it to 0.02 as well, and other factors is brute force is automatically calculated, like this is the samples it is going to calculate. Light cache, you might want to pump this up to subdivisions of 5000, and that should usually take care of things. Back in the days we had to control, I mean even still you can sort of cheat things and give material and reflection subdivs. So yeah, basically the more time and subdivisions you throw at the render engine, the cleaner the images, but it's not necessarily the best way. Like if you don't have really fine texture details, something like car paint or noise, right? Or even this matte surface of this thing. So uh, our matte surface might be like this, right? I know it's green, but um, it has micro displacements. If your scene doesn't have things like that, then you can just use a denoiser. So basically, it makes the image a bit softer and blurry, but then you can get away with much lesser samples. So you get all this grain in the renders, and then in render elements, if you add V-Ray denoiser, where is it? Down here, right? It will like fly through that. And let me put that. See, if I take my whole scene, and in between it will start denoising stuff. And oh, sorry, not diffuse filter. I need denoiser. My bad. V-Ray denoiser. So if I add that render element, and if I say NVIDIA AI denoiser, this is for real-time rendering and testing. So, and let me get into this view so we get an update. No? Okay, let's refresh. Yeah. See? So it's rendering things, and in between it will denoise. So it becomes really splotchy. And let's see, how many passes does it need? 50, 60, 74. Okay, let me show you the denoiser thing very quickly. Okay. So I'm going. AI denoiser is when you are doing preview renders. For renders, you want to put this to V-Ray default, and either put it on default or mild, right? Depending what you have, you can put strong and custom, and basically you are changing strength here. So if I say mild, see it's 0.05 and 5. If I go to default, it's 1 and 10. And if I go to strong, the strength is 2 and radius is 15. So radius is in, imagine like a point in 3D space, in pixel space or something like that. And from that point, if you had a sphere, it will look around in that radius around that pixel to denoise things. The same things are used for GI calculations as well. Like if your GI engine was brute force and light cache, you get this pixel strength and the radius around it to blend those things in. So to give you a very quick example, let me put teapot, close this guy for a second, minimize this. If I create a teapot here and minimize this, bring this guy here, and so okay, and have one here. Okay, and I'll give them this guy this, and this guy this shader, and let me put very quick noise map, V-Ray noise, not V-Ray, why not work on noise, and this guy as well I'll give a work on noise, V-Ray VFB, start playing, and okay, I'll leave the right one to default, and the left one I'm going to increase the noise size. So can I see that? Nope. Maybe I need to go low. This and remove disable my denoiser for a second there. So render elements disabled, so I can see the noise. Just trying to get I'm trying to get a big size. Okay, so let's take this much of an area. Z, so I get more control. Okay, I can't tell, so red and green, and it's not updating for sure. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't like work on, so we just take a standard noise, discard. Let's see now. That's strange. Have I applied this to this guy? Yep. And this guy will have that. And VFB. Start with this. Nikhil Shabur. Are you probably working on other? yeah. Hi Nikhil. Yes, apparently I was. So, but still, I'm not seeing the noise map being applied. Okay, it's there for sure. Fractal, and let's just get this guy a UV map. So UVW map. I'll put that to box and put this color to green. Now this rendering, and I'll make my box size to 1 by 1 by 1. So it should look like this, and I'm just getting flat colors. That's really strange. Let's render this. It's not coming in render either. So what's up? Let's just get rid of this guy. Once it's working, I can just... It just doesn't want to show that map. I don't know why. How about I copy you and put a V-Ray light material and paste a copy. V-Ray VFB, start that. Yeah. I don't know, this, maybe this scene file has gotten buggy or something. Like half of the things are getting broken. I don't know, like I've never seen this kind of behavior from Max before, but let's see if I render this now. Yeah, it's just not taking this texture for some reason, and it has a UV map. The gizmo is there. Okay, let's give it this shader, assign it, render. Okay, now let's say I give them a new noise map. Okay, I'll make this blue and green. It should look like this, pure green and fractal, and let's see. Are you seriously joking? What? Okay. Let's remove that denoiser. Delete, add diffuse filter, press OK, render this. Oops, sorry, wrong view. Render this. And let's see. Yeah, see? The texture is not visible there for sure, because this is V-Ray diffuse filter and it would just show pure color pass like this. Ah, God. Okay, why is this happening? I'm going to collapse this to a editable poly, right? Press F3, zoom in here, press maps, and I want to see this in viewport. So it's showing in viewport now. Let's see. Are you rendering? No. Do I have? Oh yeah, guys, I'm stupid. Sorry guys. So the problem is, remember we had global switches. Oh, okay, that is also off. Let's see. Turn it on. Render. RGB color. Stop. And turn this off. And render. Why is texture not coming? Have I done anything? Displacement, lighting, shadow, utilize GI, adaptive lights, reflection, Okay, let's exclude. Okay, there's nothing there. Max relumen, Global DMC, environment, color mapping, others, settings, default. Don't need displacement, memory, turn on conserve memory, division of the previous renderer. Okay, so here's a quick tip. If some things break sometime, you can change your renderer to something else, and okay, let it load. okay, I don't need that, and then just switch back. Okay, I don't need all that. And if you switch back to your renderer of choice, it will reset all the settings down here, right? So let's see if that helps. Yeah. And okay, and I'll go with bucket, and these all settings are reset. If you remembered, I just checked this a second back, conserve memory, it just reset it back to the defaults. So let's see if this works now. And no textures here. This is interesting stuff. UVW map, I'll say box, and I'm gonna scale the gizmo down. So actually I'll just say fit, and say fractal. I'll decrease the size, or rather increase it. One, yeah. So I've got some texture pattern there, maybe 5, yeah. And turn on my V-Ray VFB. I don't know why this thing is not taking this fractal pattern at all. Oh yeah, now we are getting something. And I'm not getting 1:1 what is in the render, right? So this is really big. Let's try 1. Yay. Okay, we are back in business. So for some weird reason, what I'm getting in render versus this is different. I'll have to look into that, and I'll definitely update you guys maybe in the next stream. But for now, going back to the denoiser thing, right? So if I go here, render elements, and if I added V-Ray denoiser. So Kaiser, basically if you had V-Ray denoiser, and I'll stop and refresh the render. And do I have, oh yeah, NVIDIA AI denoiser. And let's get here. See how this splotchy things are happening here? And then suddenly it goes really smooth. And if I zoom in, and imagine you had very small details, something like that. See how soft this became, right? Sometimes, and if I make my texture even smaller, so 0.01, right, it will almost get rid of all the noise detail. So that is why, see, it's gone. I mean, it's there, but when you need this kind of small, like if you had a shader or texture like that, you would want to keep that, yeah. Otherwise, it will just blur out the whole thing. But yeah, like I said, if there are smooth, glossy, big surfaces where such small textural details are not there, then I mean, for films usually, you would have that kind of crazy details if you're making something like for products. So let's say, I don't know, sofa or leather bag, right? So if you had like close-up images like this for products, then you would see all these small details. Mostly in films you'll have longer shots unless it's a product TVC, right? So you can smartly use denoiser and save on render time. Like you can save on crazy amounts. And overall, let's say this was your look and it's a bit too soft, you can always do sharpening in post process, so in Photoshop or Nuke or Fusion or After Effects or whichever software you use. Okay, so going back to lighting, and let me get rid of this denoiser because I don't need it right now. Reason being, this scene 1 is very fast to render right now, and 2, what happened here? Yeah, the system I'm working on is really freaking strong. I mean, it's not the strongest in the world, but it's stronger than what I have at my home. So see how quickly it cleaned things either ways, right? So selecting that, let's quickly get this and this lighting done and the backlight. Yeah. If you have questions, still please feel free to ask. It's okay. That's the whole idea of this particular stream. I need to have more intensity down here. So this guy is at pure 1. Maybe I can bring him closer to this guy. And okay, maybe I can increase the light's intensity a little bit. Down here, it's like this. And I need to lock my view. Hello, what hardware are you running? Okay, so this is my office machine, Tux OS 20. Also welcome to the stream. It has a RTX 2080 Ti, and for RAM and all that, so this is RTX 2080 Ti, which is like super damn fast. And if I open my task manager, and just one sec. So yeah, if you see, look at my CPU performance, I've got a 2.3 base speed per CPU. It's a 10 core Xeon, x2, so I get like sorry, it's one single core thing is 20, so logical processors are 40, so it's a 10 core machine. Yeah, so it has 10 cores each for 2 CPUs, which gives me 20 cores, and it's hyper threaded, so virtualization enabled and all these things. So I get 40 threads. So if you count this, these are 40, and each of them is running at 2.3 gigahertz. And if I go to actual system thing, this PC properties, it's a Xeon E5 2673 V4 2.3 gigahertz. I've got 128 gigs of RAM, and yeah, I mean, this system is pretty much sorted. I would definitely like to have maybe dual GPUs, or maybe even 4. I don't know if this machine can support 4. I mean, it should, but it depends on the cabinet as well. But anyways, one GPU, it's seeming to do work for me. That's awesome. All right, so back to lighting and rendering. So I need to increase my light a little bit in wow, I'm at 1. I'm at 30. Wow, I didn't know. So one more thing I would like to do is select my camera. Yeah, see, I usually like to keep lights between 1.5, that kind of range, instead of 30. So I'm gonna, my f number is pretty low, my shutter speed is at 90, so if I make it at maybe 10, 50, and yeah, I need to pull down my lights. Like I said, mentioned, I don't like to go, this is the default that V-Ray would come with, right? So I've put my light to 1. Maximum I go is to 1.5 or 2, because then I know that, okay, I think 1 is 100% light, and then pumping it up instead of 30 and crazy numbers like that. So now this is where I'm going against, I mean, it's still with photography, but like somewhere in between. So select camera, and I'm gonna bring down my shutter speed to maybe 20, maybe 10, maybe 5. Let's see what 5 giving me. Okay, 5 is doing everything to bright. See this? Right, and let's quickly check what my HDR is at as well. HDR should be at 1. Oh, it's at 0.02. So if I put my HDR at 1 and turn this off, okay, and I think denoiser is still working, so I need to stop and refresh this, because when you have denoiser, you'll get this effects result. So I'll just refresh the scene, and now the denoiser is gone. Okay, so going back to my camera, I've turned on my environment light. Actually, let's turn it on, and I'll have environments reflecting at just 0.01, as if I was sitting in a dark room and my only light source was these guys, right? That's how you shoot in photography as well. You usually turn off all the lights, so as less as possible of the reflection is environment is reflected onto products. And where is this white light coming from? Let's see. Okay, these two reflections are coming from my environment. So 0.005, okay, 0.01. I'll keep it at this for now, and I'll worry about this reflection later on. Yeah, it's not affecting my product too much, but it's definitely affecting my background. So yeah, I need this light to be brighter a little bit, so I might go to 1.2, and I want one sharp light and then just a fall off. So let's try and do that. So if I bring this in a bit more, and this guy's okay, I'll delete this guy and really go somewhere around there. Yeah, this is cutting too close, so okay, so I'll keep this as a gradient and just add in another light, right? So be relight and get this guy, press E, have my snaps on, bring it up and rotate it and go to top view, bring this guy around here, right, and turn off my snaps and just go like that and be somewhere like that. Let's put red color to make sure that it's working. Okay, it's probably, maybe I need to refresh the view. So so I'm getting, oh sorry, I need to pull this up and obviously make it invisible and put down my lights intensity to 1. Now looking at this view, if I go to my top view, I can pull this guy somewhere around there, go to heights, I'll increase my height, bring this guy down because we need that consistency, and maybe pull this in a little around there and rotate so I get nice even straight line, and I'm gonna make this white now and probably go to 0.7 or 0.9, go here and let's see, I'll pull this back and pull this out, pull this in and 1.2. And let's give some softness. I don't like this to be extremely harsh, so we can add another softbox to this as well, and directionality a little bit so I don't get weird artifacting on which I am. So I'll probably rotate this guy a little bit like that, bring it out, bring it up. This has become softer. Also, one more thing to note, in photography people do something which is called painting with lights. So you take you set up your lights and then they turn on and off one light by another to get the final image. Yeah. Okay, I need very sharp stuff, so I'm gonna just fake this, guys. Bring this in around there. Yep. So and probably rotate it a bit as well. So I wanted to get rid of that, but doing that I'm getting a top bit of highlight like this thing. So let's see, somewhere around there seems to be the sweet spot. Yep. Okay, and I'll put that at 1.5. Let's see what does it look like. Okay, if I put it at 1.5, I need to make this slimmer. There. And I'll add ever so slightly a little bit of blue tint. Now to get these exact gradients, you want to use either gradient maps or HDR Light Studio, which I hope after I make this tutorial and send it to HDR Light Studio guys, I might be able to use it. Having said that, I do have license, commercial license of HDR Light Studio on this one. So let's see, maybe next week I can run through that, because this is the work machine and it has the licenses. For my home machine, I have a license which they gave me for free, but the only condition is first I have to make some tutorials, get their approvals before posting it on any social media, and once they are comfortable with the level of quality of work, then only I can do use it in live stream. But this one I can, because if I go here, HDR Light Studio, I've got a license. Yay! So let's see. I probably won't stream. I'll respect their condition, because this is my personal thing and it's not the work thing. So the free license, I'll do it from my machine. Anyways, I cannot get rid of that. So this is one hell of a software, yeah. I'll just quickly show. So if I hit play, you can put a car, for example, right? And okay, if I turn this off and I add a light, I can click, and this is exactly what light painting is, by the way. So let me make this bigger, and this. So the bottom thing is my HDR light, and the cool thing about this is it connects with V-Ray, so I can have my render here, the V-Ray render, and this on the side. So I can just click, and let's say, hold on, I didn't want a round light, so let's delete that. If I take a square light and put it up, where can I show a good example? So something like that. And if I go to my curves, I can really take this guy, bring all the way down, and then add another one up here, bring its exposure up, bring it down, and really control my curves. Bring this guy down and make crazy curves and transitions using this, and there are different types: linear, Bezier, and stepped curves and things like that. So you see how highlight is changing there. So to make this kind of crisp highlight and then really quick fall off, it would be possible with this. Essentially what I'm doing in V-Ray is the same thing, but over here it's just so much better and faster. And like I said, I can just place around, see where my light is, which part it's affecting, and light things. This is industry standard in print side of things for sure. Almost everyone uses it. So yeah, coming back to this. Okay, so overall I think this light is sort of behaving in, it's close to what we have. Where did my pure F go? Here. Not this one. Close. Okay. Okay, there is an update for that. Go to recent. Nailpolish. While this loads, actually we need this. Whew. Okay, it's getting a bit chilly in my house. I need to turn off my aircon. So for anyone who's not doing this, I mean, if you guys can, and depending on your environment, this is something Hugo showed me. Folding at home. So this is a software which uses your CPU and GPU. and they are researching corona right now, and you can run this in your spare time when you are not using your system. And they do other ones as well, like cancer and Alzheimer's and all that. So it's like network, like we have network rendering and simulations. They are using that to understand some protein folding thing. It's too high-end medical stuff for my understanding, but it's for a good cause. You don't get any money out of it, but I've been using my main system, and that's why today, see that, and this is what, 1 second. So I have joined Hugo's team, and they have various diseases, so it uses your CPU and GPU, and I've been monitoring my system, but it kind of uses your system resources for a while, and it's for a good cause, guys. So if electricity money is not a big deal, and if you can run this software, it's gonna help. I can't install that on my work system, which is this really awesome, because the IT won't give me admin access, and they need permissions and all, because of it being enterprise system and all that. So I mean, I'm gonna email to my boss with the email links and see if he can write me an email with permission to install this. Yeah. So okay, 18 to 9. So we have been streaming for 2 hours 15 minutes. I would normally close a stream at this point, but you guys want me to continue and finish this off. Where's my reference? Here. Finish this basic lighting off, because I just need one gradient here and one for the back. Or I mean, I can take a break and like have a 2-minute break and continue and finish this today, because I have nothing better to do, or continue next week. And let me save my file while I wait for you guys to type in. Users in chat. No comments. Let me type here. Do you guys want me to continue and finish lighting? I mean, Lenny, I usually stream for 2 hours. I don't mind. But then I would just like to have like a 2 minutes break. If you guys want, I can just finish this, because as is, I don't have enough, not a lot of questions. So okay, you know what, let's just finish this. So I'm gonna turn this on, snap this guy to this, right? And yeah, see, lighting is done. Okay, so what I'm doing here is starting to light my background, right? And first off, I need to hide my light, so invisible, and go up close, right? I'll have to turn off snaps and go like that, and bring this back up. Where's my reference? Over here. And if I go to view mode, I can bring this up, put this on 1, and increase the size. So and let's see. So see, this shot, I'll tell you how this is shot. They have put a glass and they don't have a curved thing here. They see this harsh line break over here. That is because there is a glass top. Hey Sajil, I'm sorry, but I have to go. It was great attending this stream. We'll log in to see next stream. Thank you. Alright, Nikhil, thank you for being here. I'll be there on next Saturday around same time. I stream from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. usually, Indian Standard Time, and a little bit on top if required. So yeah, thank you for being here, man. See you next week. Actually, you know what? Okay, if I want this reflection to be as nice, I cannot have this U thing, because that's how not things are shot usually. Or actually, we can do both. Why not? Let's do that. So just like real life, why am I? Select this. Okay, it's frozen, so layer explorer and environment, unfreeze this guy and get its material. Now for this I'm going to make it non-reflective, right? I mean, I'll keep it reflective and it should not be 255, but I'll really make this spread out. Okay, 0.55 and probably put 0.145 over here as well, so it's really nice and soft. And I need this to be radial, right? Like that, so it's rounded. Two ways to do that. Either I can do this or take disk light, but I'm gonna stick with this one and increase my directionality of it to 0.4 or something. And for the light thing, 0.5, let's see. Okay, and if I see this image, it's on the top left corner, so move this guy here somewhere like that, go up a little bit there, pull this guy back, and I'm not really getting that radial gradient, so as usual take V-Ray softbox, V-Ray soft. Oh yeah, you too, man, stay safe. Sorry, I forgot to tell that. But yeah, stay indoors, stay safe, guys, and if you want, I can stream more as well during this time. Yeah, I wanted material editor, not this. Bring this guy down here, bring this here, and get this softbox instance. Okay, I will turn on my radial vignette, and now I should start getting something. So I'll add here, make a black one, pull this, press OK, pull this in and add another one here, make it wider and pull that out. Okay, I need to see this view quickly, so see how it's affecting the actual light. So bring this guy up, unlock this, click here, rotate and refresh my render. Okay, and let's see. take the light, make it visible for a second. Yeah, I need to flip my colors, so now it's doing what I need it to do. So if I come here, see the nice sexy gradient that is coming through. Put it in 1, maybe 1.5. 1.5 may be too much, and it needs to come to the center actually. So yeah, like this. Bring this guy over here, somewhere over there. A little bit offset. I don't want exact center, and I'm gonna put this to 1.3. Okay. So I'm going from bright to dark, so I can probably bring this up a little bit. Now because we are in CG, I can exclude the floor from the lights. So what is this called? I think it's called background. So background, no, not this light, sorry. Cancel. I want to get rid of this line over there, so I'll just exclude background from that light. Press OK. Oh yeah, so it's still reflecting it, I think. Let me turn on and off that light. Yeah, so you see I excluded that light, but it sort of still is there. Oh, there, I had to refresh it, sorry. So that's cool. I need this floor to be reflective, so I can come here and create a plane. So standard primitives, plane, bring that up, zoom left view, and really zoom into this guy and bring it up around here, right? Go to perspective and make it into a square. Yeah, I like to keep things in proportions, and I've got that line now, right? So if I open my V-Ray VFB and go here and materials, M, and copy this guy over, rename this to glass. So what they use is plexiglass, like a plastic. So plexiglass. For this it will be almost like a dark black color. Actually let's keep this color, and this will be 0.95. Assign this to the floor, right? And I have my reflections back, and what I need to do is put this to 0.85 or something like that, and it started to give me nice bright reflections like I have here. Now there is one more light in this which is coming in from the back, most probably. But yeah, our shaders are not ready, so let's get this gradient in, and I think we can have one more light, because see this, how brightly lit this is, and I'm 100% sure these two were shot differently, because this has this light over here, and if you see this, it doesn't. So that is also something photographers do, like they have one product, they shoot it, then they get the other one and they shoot it with custom lighting, because see this product is almost next to not reflected in this bottle. I cannot see this reds. This red is there, but this probably is from refraction of the actual liquid inside and the angle. Nor do I see this black being reflected over here. So and plus this highlight, you would not get, you won't get this highlight. So these two are definitely shot separately and then photoshopped in, right? But that's totally okay to do as far as the products look good. Okay, so I need so this is quite dark and we have that darkness over here. I'm not gonna worry too much about this. This thing is coming in from reflection. See, okay. I just excluded it, didn't I? Let's see. Exclude, yeah, background. Oh yeah, so I need to exclude this plane as well, right? And refresh my render, and that thing is gone. Okay. So comparing to this and this image, my colors are a bit off. It's not. I think there's a hint of green in this. So let's see. So maybe if I go a little bit over here, somewhere on there, it's getting closer. Yeah, I think that looks reasonable. But what I'm not liking is this black patch happening over there, right? It needs to be a smooth gradient. Now that is happening because of the curve that we have on the back. Ideally what I should do is just have a flat plane down here for that reason, right? So if I take my, where is this plane? Plane 1, rename ground, plexiglass, and if I copy it, press E and rotate this guy like that, bring this back and turn this guy off and have this guy here, make him really big, right? And if I see my render now, see it's much more closer and much just exactly like this, where I have a light having a fall off and that brown lighting is sorted. So let's follow this actual photography thing, how this thing was photographed, right? I definitely need to okay, let's sample color for this blue from the actual image. Can I do that? Yeah. And I need my light to be brighter for sure. So 1.3, 1.5. Also take light closer to the thing, and bring it down, bring it in. Okay, press E, Control Z, E, go to view. I'll put this to pure 90. Oops, 90. And go closer to the wall and down, and now get further away from the wall. I can make this material a bit blurry as well. Okay, it is quite blurry. So where is this thing coming from? Let's see. GI, nope. Lighting, nope. Reflection, it's in specular. So if I turn off emit effect specular and effect reflections, there. Okay. And I need that to be brighter circle. So maybe one more. Whoa. Around there. And bring it really close. Bring it around there. Okay, I'll probably put it at 1.8. Yeah, much better. So last light for the day. I'll save this. keep on saving, file save, and I should just one sec guys. Okay, version 3. Okay. Oh man, I'm tired. What's the time? 33, 18 to 9. Okay, 2.5 hours. Might as well just finish it, isn't it? I'm going to copy this color and try and see what do I get if I go to pure black. Oh, whoa, whoa, what's up? Oh yeah, so I need to select the background and give my original material to it. And for this guy, if I copy this and make it black, let's keep this color. Little bit of color is not gonna do harm. Okay. Wow, the chat is awfully quiet. Anyways, if you are losing me somewhere, just let me know. I'll slow down and explain. But what I'm doing is pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to duplicate this light. Oops. This light, make a copy of it, and front reflection grad, right? Rotate this straight head on, move this here. So I'm starting to do this guy, and this doesn't have that highlight. It's just a nice soft gradient going from left to right. So again, going in my top view. Oh, thank you, Lenny. But it's still not done, and obviously we have to get the shaders and all that, right? And not to mention the post process. So this is a funny thing. Me and one of my work colleagues, we used to fight all the time. I used to say like, oh, I'm gonna get you everything from render, and he was a compositor, and if you saw us on the floor while working, you can probably guarantee that someone's gonna kill someone. But then after work we would hang out and you know, have beers together, whatever. And but yeah, we used to be on each other's case, and one of my mentors suggested me that you know, at that time I was a lighting artist, so in my early days, and he suggested that you need to and he knew at that point I wanted to be a VFX supervisor and then a director. So he said like, you should know at least 2 processes from what you're doing, like the process after what you're doing and 1 process before. And I ended up being like a hardcore generalist due to that suggestion. Like, I do a bit of everything. No, Lenny, lighting is really simple. Would you like, I can break down lighting. See, all you do is you follow highlights and just analyze the image, you know. For example, this thing is there is a light in the front, and this probably is photoshopped as well. Then there is a harsh either a white reflector or a harsh rim lights for these 2 side of things. Like if I see this, there is a very soft box light which is coming from sides, and probably there is one in the back or front, right? And see this thing over here. Like, you look for those things, and you can really break down lighting. It's really simple as that. So there is one which is coming from top. This blue is being reflected on this, right? But and again, see, it is I agree to your point that it's hard to judge lighting by just looking at an image, because like I was showing in HDRLS, people do light paint and then paint out stuff, like photographers especially, that okay, I don't like that highlight, I'm gonna paint it out. but if you see this image, he's lit front, left and right, like with warm and blue light, cool light. So even again here there is a nice softbox on both the sides. This golden thing which is happening in front, what they do in photography is they remove the back label of the product, and they put a light to shine through. So this nice warm little product highlight thing, that's a light directly coming from behind the product. So let's say it's this, you are the camera, so you're seeing the front of the product. I would put a light here to get this red thing, you know, and then small light, this is bouncing on the card like what we are doing here again. So and this thing you'll see again and again and again in every single photography. It's just how they just change a little bit and adjusting the proportions of lights and gradients. Really, that's really it. Product photography, I mean, it can get complicated, but yeah. So so this probably has some lights, but again, see, same concept. There is a light which is shining through the bottle to highlight this parts. That would be one photograph. So so basically all this lighting will be off, right? Something like this. Okay, where's my V-Ray tab? Just one sec, guys. V-Ray toolbar. Put this guy over here. So if I turned off every light in my scene, right? Something like that. And right now we don't have nail polish inside, but what they do is V-Ray light plane. I'm gonna make one here, bring it back and snap and bring it up here and over here, obviously make this to 1. Right, so they will have one render like this where you're getting the reflection in this nice hot spots and all that. It can be a smaller lights as well, right? Like right now my light is too big, so they might have a slim light, or and then they never move the camera, and then in Photoshop they just stack up all the layers and they erase things that they don't like. This is hardcore in photography side of things, right? So yeah, anyways, let's finish up this lighting. So you know, at least lock in the lighting so we can start concentrating on shaders next week. So it's a smooth gradient. I'm getting that smooth gradient, but maybe I'll touch the shader a bit. And this overall blue tone, if I just turn this here, I clicked on this, right? And let me save this thing over here as well. And history settings, use project path. Yep, that's cool. So V-Ray, you can save things in history, and it will save all the layers here as a EXR. Or, I mean, it saves it as a V-Ray image. So if you click on history settings, you can use project path, which like I had shown the path we had set, or you can give a history directory, and this is in MBs. So I put a lot of zeros because I like to save all the files, but if you have limitations, then see how much one V-Ray image happens to be, and then maybe if you just want 10, it will start automatically deleting stuff once you hit that MBs, right? But I like to have a high number there so I don't lose stuff. So another thing, if I turn this on, I get white balance and curves and all that things like Photoshop, like levels and curves as a post process. So if I turn that on, for example, and I can start playing with white balance, for example, or exposure. There is color balance as well, so if I feel it's too dark. But always remember, the only way this thing is going to be saved is if you hit save from here as a single image. if you save this thing as a separate, save to a single file as a multi-channel EXR, these corrections won't come in, right? And also ideally you want to keep this off when you are rendering and do post-process. In post-process, it's good to have here if you want to show something to clients, but it is possible that you forget that one of these things were on and you are working on something new in the same project, and maybe or maybe you come back to a file after a long time and those settings are on and you're lighting things, and then suddenly you realize, oops, these things were on, and it's like checkmate, right? And you can save this globals to a file as well, like whatever things you have done here as a LUT file if you want to give it to your compositor, or VCCGLB, it's another type of, I don't know. So these two formats and it will remember all the settings here and load those in. So for example, I can go color balance and I've got my highlight, shadows and midtones, and start playing with things. So I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just messing things around. So if I go to all, it remembers that. If I go to my shadows, and if you click on this, you can reset. You can save presets for these individually as well, save and load. Yeah, but I'm gonna make sure everything is off. Hide that, and I'm gonna hide history as well. Another thing, if you feel that history is coming in the way, and right now it is, usually I keep it like this, but because I'm streaming and monitor real estate is a problem, I'm gonna bring this to the side. So cool. Going back to a lighting, scale that down, bring this up here, and let's have this here, have it there. Close on that guy. Okay. So select my light that I'm tweaking. I'm going to reduce the length because maybe I'll keep it to have some light coming through this as well, and I'm gonna clear this guy out, and wow, it got bright. Put this to 1. Go to my local view and pull this guy back as well, somewhere around there. So, and I think I should exclude the floor in this one as well. So let's quickly do that. Glass. BBC. Where did it go? Plexiglass. Okay, and press OK. Refresh it. Yeah, there we go. And I need to obviously make this not, it feels like Chrome, doesn't it? Anyways, V-Ray softbox, and go to my materials and put it over here, instance. Okay, and I think you flip, and I need this gray color to be coming in much. Okay, delete selected, delete selected. I need this gray to have much bigger fall off, so, and I can lift this pure black up a little bit. Okay. Not red. Is it not long enough or something? Let's see. Width. Not that one. Okay. Maybe I need to. Yeah. Bring this in a little bit and back. Press E. Bring that there. Press E. And yeah, I'm getting that red. Now, bring that black again. Bring it all the way back. And bring this. And I'll have a little bit of a wider one, and somewhere over there, right? And a little bit like that. And bring this here. Probably gonna make it a bit dark, so somewhere around there. And this guy, instead of pure, like just a tad bit on the gray. Yeah. So let's see our work. Yeah, looking half decent. Now, so I think this is it, guys. 18 to 99, 20. We have been streaming for 3 hours straight, and if I just see my pure lighting, pure reflections, specular now. I'm sorry, I keep on going to reflection. So in older V-Ray, this light, these reflections were there in reflection bus, but with V-Ray Next, they are calling it specular. So any direct lights which are being reflected is in specular, and when the 3D objects reflect each other, that is what's going to be in reflection. So if I put reflection, see, sorry, not refraction, reflection. So see, the 3D glass on the bottom is getting reflected, but not the environment. So that's how things are now, and it confuses the heck out of me. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna call lighting, like first pass of lighting, done at this point. We have similar lighting with a radial happening and these gradients. I'm not too happy about these two black line things here, but then again, we don't have a finalized shaders on this. So next week we quickly tweak shading and shaders on this, and then it will be shading and lighting which will be going hand in hand, and we'll see what we need to model extra and what we don't. For example, I want to really get this kind of effect down there, and which I think it's there, but it's just not as prominent with current shaders. So that is something reminds me a lot of things seeing some reminds me a lot of things seeing some 3dsMax. I hope good things, Lenny. I mean, I hope good things are not bad. But we will start getting into this refractions and shader setup, and even getting this red thing inside. I may let's see. We'll take a call what to do. Like we can make like a red glittery thing with small sparkles, or have something like flat like this, and see what it looks like. So see how this is glittery versus this is very smooth. And lens flares. So yeah, guys, thank you for being here. I'll catch you all next week, and stay safe, stay at home, and let's hope this thing ends soon with the corona. Yeah, bye bye. Bye bye. Save my file, save, and stop this. I'll save that in my history. Save, and okay.